Well, we got ourselves a messy crossbow desk here, do we not? But we also have something to look at here that is going to be very, very interesting. I know you've seen it before, but I really do like these GardePro cameras. I have another GardePro camera that we're going to set up here. We're going to unbox it here so you can see what these packages include. If you're on our Facebook page, you get to see all the cool stuff that I've been posting on there. The picture quality of these cameras has really improved over the years. I can remember the real grainy stuff I used to get when I first got into trail cameras way back in like 2009. And since that time, they've really improved. I really like the GardePro cameras in particular because these are cellular of sorts, and there is a way, and I'll talk about that as we go forward, but these cameras, actually, you can hook them up and they go right to your phone. You got a little app on your phone. You can click on it, go through there, tap on that app, go through and look at all of your various images. It's fantastic. You can even set it up to get notifications, the whole bit. And you can set it up to share it with other people. In our case, I have cameras on friend of Bunjie Jim's place, One-Eyed Archer's place, and those cameras actually send the pictures to him, to me, and to Genevieve. And it's pretty cool. It's all set up that way automatically. I don't have to forward anything. It just automatically comes on there. And then we're talking throughout the day, hey, just see this new picture or whatever. It's pretty cool. Now, there's two pieces of equipment here. One is the solar panel. And I got to tell you, if you've set this up in a place with proper access to the sun throughout the day, it charges these cameras beautifully and you won't have issues. In fact, the one that we have at Jim's place actually stays 100% charged. It just runs, it takes pictures after picture after picture, really nice picture, and sends them to us, and the solar panel keeps it charged. And it was really easy to set up. Showed that in the other video too. But the cameras are this one. It's the X60 Pro Max. Love this setup. This is my favorite camera, but they have a whole bunch of them available. If you want to check them out, there is a coupon code link in the description, and you can get a nice discount if you use that coupon code. So check them out. It's in the description of every video because they are supporting Death by Bunjie. So going forward, you'll see that in the description of every video. Check them out. They're a friend of Bunjie. GardePro Cameras is a friend of Bunjie. We're kind of in the middle of a bunch of other videos here, but hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully this all makes sense. We'll start by unboxing. We got the two products here, the GardePro solar panel. We've looked at these before. They're really handy, but I do want to show you what's in the box. So if you go purchase one, you know what to expect. GardePro X60 Pro Max. Pretty cool, right? And that's a picture of the camera right there. I'm so happy about these things because I never had cell phone cameras, cell stuff. Like, always had the cameras where you had to go in and check the camera cards. The problem with that is then you're alerting all the deer and you're stinking the place up. And here, they don't even know. They don't even care about the camera. They care about the camera if you go to it all the time and if you're leaving your scent on it. They don't even care about these cameras. As a general rule, I got pictures of the deer right in front of the cameras, but they're looking at other deer. They're not looking at the camera, and that's such great news. We do get this instruction manual with the solar panel, and it does set it up, but I'm telling you, you probably won't even need this because look at the sleek packaging. It's just this panel, right? This is the panel, and it's got the solar panel. This is what gathers the sun's rays and all that good stuff. And we have the cord, and it's just got a plug on it where this goes. Now, this, it's got a 1/4-20 on it where you can screw in something like a mount. If you've got one of those the screw-in mounts for the trail cameras, it would work on this. You can put that in there and screw it into a tree and then put this on it, or a bull or something like that. But the same things that you use to screw into a tree and hang your trail camera, you can use for this. Or, and this is what's nice about it, it does come with this, and in this package, if you open up this Ziploc bag, look what we've got. We have all the parts to make that work, right? This mount, you can put screws in, screw it to a tree, and then you can put this. This actually goes, if I remember correctly, we feed this through here, and then you can just put this on here and screw it down. And now we've got this one, which is adjustable. How cool is that? So you can put the screws in here, screw this onto a fence post like we did, or you can screw this into a tree or what have you, and then do this, right? You can adjust this and get it so it's angled toward the sun, wherever it would want to be, and then you can tighten it down and it'll stay right here, right? So we can tighten it right down like that. And it's actually really cool. It has held up perfectly and kept perfect charge, 100%. And all this does is plug right into the camera and you're good to go. Now there are other little pieces of equipment here. We're not going to get into that stuff. It does come with screws. I just used outdoor screws like contractor screws for treated lumber. Something like that is real easy to work with. But here, look, you've even got the inserts where you can drill a hole, put this in there, and put this into drywall or something to hold that panel up. So you could actually put this on the side of your house, inside your house, whatever you got to, you know, any place you want to go, you can use these. It's got something for everything, for every application. Really cool. Now, the one thing it probably does need is if you're on state game lands, you can't go screwing stuff into trees, right? That's a problem. But that doesn't mean that you can't take a bungee cord, right, and put through here and the other eye through here, one of those real lightweight bungee cords, wrap it around a tree a couple times and plug it in here. And now you've got it held to the tree, pinned to the tree. And you could do a second cord around here and hook it onto itself or whatever if you wanted to. So this can be hooked to a tree on state game lands. It can be done. So it's pretty cool. And that's a method that we intend to use for Genevieve's stuff. Now, she hasn't been charging hers and it eventually did go dead. I've had people contact me about the battery life. Some people had said that they didn't get particularly good battery life, but I gotta tell you, with the solar panel, it has been no problem whatsoever, and the battery life has been phenomenal. Not only do I not have any complaints, I'm telling you the battery life was really, really nice. It was really sweet. I mean, with that. Now, it also has, and I'm going to show you as we open up the GardePro X60 Pro Max, we'll open up that bad boy. This does have a really, really good battery pack. And in fact, the first thing we see is the lithium-ion battery pack manual. It is a separate battery pack that you can take out and charge, put back in the camera. Just like your batteries, instead of having to replace all your AAAs, or back in the day, I was using D batteries on my first trail cameras. Can you imagine that? This is so much better than buying a whole bunch of expensive, heavy D batteries and then throwing them away when you're done. I used to buy them by like boxes. I would get a 50-pound box of D batteries that I would take through the woods. And I remember that. I'd have them in a Ranger and go down through the woods and change all those batteries. Oh, the good old days. There's nothing good about the good old days, right? But this does have a lot of information in it if you want to read that sort of thing. The trail camera X60 Pro Max, again, the instruction manual will answer all of your questions. Genevieve had read this. I have not, but I will tell you 100%, you can operate this thing very easily. And that is a requirement in the kingdom of Bunjie for trail cameras. I do not tolerate cameras that require me to do a lot of research on how to use them. I want simplicity. I want ease of use when it comes to trail cameras. Now this, oh man, it's such a nice package. I hate to open it, but I don't want to rip it open, just tear it open. But we'll open it up like this. It's a very heavy, dense camera, okay, just so you know. This thing is going to be, and that's because of the battery. That's because of the battery. So what you do, we open this bad boy up, and what we see when we open it up, here's that battery pack that I'm talking about. Now that just pops out of here, and it has the little transparent film. We'll take that out so that we can use it. But right there is what makes contact, of course. And this is the battery pack. It's very simple. It's got a phone thing for your phone charger. You plug that in and charge it up, and it's ready to go. And then you just snap it in here. And you can buy other ones if you want, and then you can go in and change the batteries and take them out and switch them out. Or you could, you know, take it home, charge it, bring it back, that kind of thing. If you wanted to do that, you certainly can. But I don't think that's really the best use, especially if you want to go for that solar, if you can find a place where the solar works. Now these cameras, the other thing is it's got the ease of use. It doesn't have a million buttons. The menu system is very simple to operate. Covered that in another video. Might look at it here, but essentially what you're going to do to set this up with an account is you're going to use that QR code right on here. You're going to scan that on your phone, and it's going to lead you through a series. And Genevieve and I did that, and she's better at that than I am, and she is the one that had, peel that off, get ready for use, and she is the one that had set these up before, but we covered that in the other video, so check that out. Very cool. This on-off switch, real basic, runs you through the menu. You got the start, go through the menu, navigate through the menu, hit OK to select things. It's real basic and real straightforward. You can also pull pictures off the memory with the USB here. Pretty cool. Very simple once you open it up. The other thing I want to tell you about here, some other things about this camera that are very important and I think are very interesting. Let's get this film off of there because we don't want that interfering with our picture quality or anything like that, and don't want to forget that, leave that on there. Now that we have this bad boy ready for use, we'll peel these off. It is a sticky kind of foam, let me tell you what, or film rather. Get those off of there. Same thing with this guy. We'll get it off of there. We're gonna get it off of there. Come on, play nice here. Yeah, it's like me. But anyway, they have, it's, you know, this looks like a standard trail camera in a lot of ways. It's got the IR here, the light that's going to come out and show and pick up the night images. And I can tell you too, we have not had deer and animals staring at the camera even at night. They don't seem bothered by the camera. So this light that is used, what it uses is apparently a very good one, very modern and very up to date in terms of technology that deer will tolerate. Picture quality, again, very good. And these are sensors for movement, I believe. And what's cool about this camera, what I really like about this is, one is picking up movement to the left, one of them is picking up movement to the right of the camera, and one's picking up movement in the front. And I think what this does, by doing it this way, you get fewer shots where you're missing the action. You know what I'm saying? Where the deer's already passed and all you get's the tail. This way you get everything. You get the whole deer as it's going by. And it's just a real solid, well-built camera. In the bottom, we do have the 1/4-20 here. That can go on a mount if you have a separate mount, just like the one that was for the solar panel. You could really use the one for the solar panel if you weren't using a panel, for example. But that's a 1/4-20, just a standard that screws in there. Goes on a tripod, goes on anything like that. We open this bad boy up, weather protected with this rubber, but we open this up, and this is what we are going to use for hooking our solar panel, okay? I just want to show you how easy it is to set that up. Like, it just snaps in here. Do you understand? I have now hooked the solar panel up to the camera, and it's going to charge the camera. It's that simple. Oh, look, and now it's not doing it. So, like, it's really that simple, okay? So, it is not, it's really more of a matter of getting it set up, and then you just wind the cord, keep the cord tight. You don't want it in a place where animals are going to be tripping over it. People are going to see it more obviously. You don't want it in a place where the bears are going to mess with it and get a hold of the cord and start chewing on it or anything like that. So just be tidy with the cord and all that, and you'll be in good shape. I think that's really the key to that, and it's not a problem per se. There is a slot through here where you can hook your bike cable or your trail camera lock, you know, around the tree, put the cord through there, wrap it around the tree, and hook it up. I don't actually have any of those, but they're a good idea. I should invest in something like that. But what you will use is the enclosed strap. We're going to run through these notches here, okay? Those run through there, and they give you a really nice strap. And it's also a strap. I love this. It's this kind of strap. It's this kind of strap that holds, and once you tighten it up, it stays. It's got teeth in there, like, you know, it's really a grippy strap, good heavy duty weatherproof strap. I love it. And it comes with a USB cable with a converter. So it's got the fat guy that you can plug in there to the small one. This is USB-C or whatever they call it. But you can plug the USB-C into the converter so that you got the original USB to plug into your computer. Charge it off your computer, a wall charger, or straight off your, you know, the plug in both ends of the phone, whatever you're going to do. And it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Okay, and this transfers data off of here, but it also will charge that battery pack if you choose to go that route. The last thing I'll show you, and this is probably the most important part, is this doodad right here. What is this doodad, you may ask? Well, this is the cell antenna. Ooh, and I'm going to give you some more details on the cell antenna. But this just is real easy to install. Even a crossbow hunter can do it, like me. We're just going to put that on there and screw it down, okay, like that. And then, now it's done, right? We just angle it in the direction where we get the most signal, wherever that might be, you know, according to your trees, wherever the trees are and however you got the camera angled, and wherever it gets the best signal. But I'll talk a little bit more about that. But this thing picked up full service, full access to cell service in a place where my phone with Verizon only got 1 bar. And we were concerned about doing it. The next place where we're going with this camera should have, like, it should also have perfect service because the cell phones even work in the place where we're putting this now. But, so, even in places, you'd be surprised. Like, one reason I never got into these is I never spent the money is because I had no cell service on the old family farm, the homestead where I grew up. And I'm not so sure, but this might have worked anyway, because it doesn't use one specific provider. It really is like their own thing, okay? And I'll talk a little bit more about that in this video or in future videos. Pretty good looking camera, huh? Well, that's the unboxing. It's all there. The camera, the antenna. We got the solar panel and the holder to go screw that to a tree. Strap the camera to the tree and screw the solar panel to a tree. I'm going to package this all up. I'm going to let Genevieve go through her end of this, which is, you know, work her magic on the inside, get this hooked up to the phone app and all that fun stuff. And then tomorrow, we're right in the middle of the Pennsylvania crossbow season. I don't know if you knew that. I don't know if you knew that. You did, right? You're in the middle of your crossbow season, I bet. And what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to sneak in real early and get in my blind, right? And I'm going to shoot a big buck. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to go put this camera up. What do you think of that? Or at least the camera part, okay, and the blind part. Maybe not the part in the middle with shooting a big buck. I'm on private property here, so I can actually put the solar panel up using screws. I'll run them right into this tree so that I can monitor what's going on here in this 60-yard backyard. Comes with great screws for a lot of different applications. I'm a sheetrock screw or an outdoor screw kind of guy, so I'm just using my own. Next step is to stick that solar panel on there. It's real easy to attach. We just take this little post right here, screw it into the back of the solar panel, screw it down real handy. Just screws right in there, big fancy threads. It's like a 1/4 20, and my favorite kind here. And we're just going to screw that down so it's on there good. And once that's tight, you can just ratchet it down with this little, the washer that comes on it. And then we're just going to screw that onto the arm, onto the mount. Screw that arm onto that mount like this. Before you know it, you got yourself a solar panel that we're going to aim at the morning sun, morning through noon, and we'll get perfect sunlight morning through noon right there. And then we can tighten that down to the angle we want. It's not real high up in the air because this time of year, the sun is kind of low on the horizon. So that's what I'm doing with it. Now, I'm just going to throw this around here out of the way. It's real easy to hook up, and this is what I love about these GardePro cameras. There's a little rubber cover right here. We're just going to reach down and get that guy and peel it back. Peel it back like this, and then we're just going to plug this in there, and voila, man, we are plugged in and ready to go. Now I'm just going to tighten up all that surplus cord with the little twist tie that came with it. Keep that out of the way. And it's really slick because they've got so much cable there, you could unravel it. You could put this thing 15 feet up in a tree if you have to, where you can get some sunlight. I like it right here. Might angle it up a little bit more, but I think it's going to work really good there. I like to wrap up all the extra cable, the extra cord, so that it's tucked away. The animals don't get caught in it. I don't get caught in it. It's less conspicuous that way. Turn this bad boy on. And to do that, we're just going to switch it to on. Real easy. Switch it to on. I love it. And then we have to go through our password. Genevieve password protected these so that she could leave them on state game lands and full service. The only thing left is to wait and get some cool pictures sent to our cell phones. You don't even have to come down here at the bottom of the 60-yard backyard and actually check the camera. I actually got this set up so I can monitor what's going on around my own house. How cool is that? And we can do it from the living room. We can do it from work. All day long, you're checking your phone, you're getting these cool pictures. You can't beat it. GardePro cameras, check them out, link in the description. There's a discount code for it too, and I know a lot of friends of Bunjie have already taken advantage of it. And I appreciate that because it tells sponsors that, hey, Death by Bunjie means something, right? And I want you to know, as friends of Bunjie, I wouldn't be telling you this if I didn't really like these cameras. I'm so blessed to have access to this kind of technology. Never had it before. I know a lot of you guys have, but I've never had it before, and I love it. I hope you're enjoying these videos. Until next time, all hail Bunjie.